All right, YouTube, welcome to my Learning ICT Day 1 video where I'm going to go over all the trade executions I take until I'm profitable. Eventually, I'll be live trading by then, but I'm going to have a presentation. I'm going to go over price for every single day that I trade. So today, took a $271 loss on MNQ today, and I'm going to go ahead and present the things that I saw in price. Early disclaimer, this is not anything teaching-wise. This is me just reviewing my day. I'm not trying to teach Jack. I'm not selling anything. I'm not even profitable yet. So let's get straight to it. And we're going to keep it smooth and simple. So NQ review March 2nd, 2026, navigating the charts. Let's get to it. So basically what I was anticipating here on the daily chart is we swept this buy side here where my mouse is at. And I'm anticipating a run to sell side. And that's kind of what we had opening up into the new week. And now what you're looking at is Monday's fully closed chart. So you're seeing this would be coming into Tuesday, this down close candle, but this up close candle is Monday's chart. So you see we close, we open, trade down, trade higher. So we ended up taking out that low like I anticipated. And now we're going to look at internal price action. So I have been backtesting, participating in pre-session runs or pre-session drawn liquidity. And basically how it starts for me is I mark out 830, that's the left side of this shaded box here. And all I want to see is the highest high and this lowest low. That's all I'm looking for in that range. So we end up forming this highest high. And at 830, we open up here. Price sells off all the way down into the sell side. So here is where I would start looking for longs. Now, what's the model I'm taking for that? We're going to zoom in to the next chart and see that. So I would be taking the ICT model 2022, where it's a market structure shift with a strong displacement fair value gap and a pullback into that. So here we have 1, 2 fair value gaps. So this is a breakaway gap, and this is the gap that I'm anticipating price to trade into and run off of. So we end up getting a spike back into. So I get in right here. Beautiful. I thought I had my executions up, but I guess I didn't put it in the presentation. But I got my fill right here, stop loss below here. And then I want to see price make a rally higher, right? Because we took out the low. Now, obviously, that doesn't happen. Price just kind of fumbles and ugly kind of price action its way down and stops me out. And this is a couple minutes before the open, as you can see here with this crazy candle. So after I lose that trade, my eyes immediately go to my ATM model, which my ATM model is just I'm seeking the highest high, that buy side, and the lowest low, that sell side, between 7 a.m. and 9:30. All I want to see and wait for is one price or one of these ranges to get swept, the high or the low, and I'm looking to trade the opposite direction. Preferably here because it's not on here, but our opening prices, so 8:30 opening price is around here, and midnight is all the way up here in this range. We're below both of those opening prices, so I'm most likely going to look for this buy side, which is what you can see in hindsight we end up getting. Now, let me show you the trade that I took today, because yes, I did take a loss trading in this direction today. And this is my mistake. So we have a breaker. You can see low, high, lower low, higher high. So my problem here was I tried to catch the 930 candle, and that's always a super volatile candle, and it just didn't work in my favor. I don't mind being in a trade prior to 930 and then I get stopped out, but trying to catch a 930 candle I think was a mistake. I think I should have just treated today as a no trading day. So I got my entry here. You can see that green line. That's where I got filled. My ideal entry was this fair value gap here. This is a unicorn entry. Whenever you have a fair value gap in line with a breaker block, that's a unicorn entry. This is the lowest that I don't want to see price go to, which is a breaker block inversion unicorn entry. Specifically this one, because there's an inversion there. And if price digs down up into there, I could see that being where price stops. But that would be a good model away from 930. And that's not what happened. Also, forgot to mention, we have this divergence between ES and NQ. So yes, technically NQ never swept out this low, but the divergence allows me to take longs. So that's something else I need to mention about this trade. So very, very simple, very easy model, but just, I guess, the time, very volatile candle. Especially on a Monday open after we had a crazy weekend. You can expect a lot of volatility coming into the morning. I don't know why I pronounced that so bad. But yeah, so that's the disgusting loss today. It sucks because the trade went in my way, but something to learn from. Next time I just let the 930 candle eat and I'll look for something up here, which I wouldn't have got anything in this case. So extra notes. I've been studying the lunch macro. ICT's been giving some sauce about that macro. He actually gave it. I'm watching a 2024 mentorship. He gave it in that, and he's been giving it in 2026. So let's get into the sauce. So with the lunch macro, this is how it works. 11:30 is going to be your open. It's a 2-hour range. It goes from 11:30 to 1:30. On trending days like today, if you look back at price action today, it's been very bullish trendy. We just been going higher, higher, higher. Haven't been really leaving room for any discount PDRAs. We kind of did getting closer to the 11:30, this lunch macro open, but not too much going on. So in a scenario like this, you want to look back at 10 a.m., right? 10 a.m. isn't on this chart, but you want to look back at 10 a.m. and you would want to look for a low. Now, on a trendy day, you're going to look back to 11:30, look next to you. What's the most relevant equal low? The most closest relevant equal low, because price has been trending all day. You're not going to anticipate it to go back all the way back to the morning range, right? You're not going to anticipate that. You're going to anticipate it to continue trending. But what is price going to do? The algorithm is going to come and take out people who have been trending their stop higher, higher, and higher. So this is the most relevant equal low here. It's not as beautiful as I would love it, but it's a relevant equal low, and or a relative equal low, but it is relevant as well. So that sell side gets stopped out, and then we're gonna go ahead, and then now, where can you look for entries after that sell side gets stopped out, right? Well, what I do is I mark out the regular trading gap, that is the open gap for that day's range. So for example, this is the gap high. So 414, 415, I believe we get a candle close. And then I believe here, regular trading hour gap low, that's where we get that candle's open. And all I'm looking for there is I'm going to grade it with the 8th Fibonacci. And then I'm going to look for a quadrant that's sitting, or a fair value gap that's sitting on a quadrant. We have two that I like. Let me know if you can see them. I'll give you a couple seconds to look at that. Boom. So moving on, these are the quadrants. These are the fair value gaps that I noticed that were sitting there. These were ones that also were used and respected on the sell side program. So now I'm going to see, can I get used to be on the buy side program? So here we have the close. Now I wouldn't take this because I want to see a close above this fair value gap, then pull back. So if this closed here and then this candle pulled back, I'll look at that for a trade setup. We have this one here where price does close above slightly, and then this candle opens, trades down, that's your buy. You could risk below this volume imbalance, that's your buy, and you go up to this buy side liquidity, and then you could target this low, which is also aligned with the buy side liquidity, and you could leave a runner up into that the low of that volume imbalance that we had on the daily chart. If you remember all the way from here, that low of the volume imbalance gets hit, and that could be where you have some exits. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I try to keep it sweet, simple, and short. The trading videos or the trade executions are going to be shortly after this. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and watch that and look at price print by itself. And I'll kind of clip the moments of what I'm talking about. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Because I don't want you coming to my channel thinking I'm promising you to get rich. But I am promising you a skill set that offers the opportunity to do limitless feats and wonders. And it's only limited by your imagination. How much work are you going to put into it? How much work have you put into it? Who are you allowing to influence you and discourage you, distract you? Are you seeing results? Am I proving this stuff works? Do you feel scammed? Or do you feel energized and thankful that you're part of a community like we have here that's thriving, it's energetic, they're happy, they're uplifted, they encourage one another, and everyone here knows that they're not being taken for a ride. There's no upsell coming. Doesn't that feel good? It frees you up to just concentrate on learning. There's no angle. There's no sales pitch coming. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool? That's like the point is you're in a community that we're all trying to help one another. And all I'm trying to be is the captain of the team and just lead you in the right direction and hopefully avoid the pain and struggles that I went through. Real accounts, real money, real buttons are being pushed. You are going to find that there is a lot of opportunity that you're going to let slip by and not be upset about it. It's going to be one of the most fun experience that you're going to have as a developing and developed student of price action under me. Is you'll see so many setups, you're like, I could do this trigger now, but I'm not going to. And then walk away from it after it comes to fruition, thinking, I could have done that. And I had the discipline to say no, because I'm not being influenced by fear or greed. And when you're at that level and you're consistent, you have graduated. You are an independent thinker. You have mastered fear and greed. You have operated with a level of discipline that is unknown to majority of traders on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. That day's coming for you. But you got to go through this stuff here to get to it.
Oh, I got a ship fill there, low key. Could have been better. Right there.